I don't give a fuck.
Thank you, bro.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a
That's
shit.
another grenade. 2 grenades.
You know what I'm gonna do? Do you want to open up that door for me and I'll lob a grenade straight through it?
You reckon?
Please don't hit the fucking hinge. Make sure you aim it properly.
Yeah, I've hit the hinge too many times.
I may have bitten off more than I can chew with this one.
Oh my god.
Because Escape from Tarkov is a game. And I wish I could do this review like my others, but this is likely the first time, and hopefully last, I sound so serious about a review at all. Tarkov is an incredibly divisive experience for me.
Fuck.
Which makes what I'm writing here so hard and wishy-washy. Tarkov is one of those games where you either pop off or off yourself.
Grenade killers are like, that's grenade.
That's me. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, fuck.
For everything good and right, there's something terrible and wrong, or just plain fucking annoying.
Is he dead yet?
And even then, what pissed me off earlier might be something I'm happy about later.
Oh, I killed him instantly.
My opinion on Tarkov has been so on and off, you'd think I was a goddamn politician. So please understand that this review has been incredibly temperamental and divisive for me.
Fucking game's fucking freezing. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck?
What I've written one day will be different the next. Plus, Tarkov is one of those games where you can easily sink months into. When I write one of my reviews, I spend almost a couple weeks consuming nothing but the content in an almost unhealthy fashion. So trust me when I say, dear viewer, that even after playing as much as I have, I only just barely know enough to write this. I'm being serious. There is simply that much content and replayability. But before we dive into the good aspects and
I'm dead.
everything else, let's explain what you're in for. In Tarkov, your job is to enter a map, pillage its insides, loot its many corpses and potentially future corpses, and make it home alive, just so you can upgrade yourself and do it all over again. That's the whole game, 2 out of 10, see you later. Alright. Allow me to spend the next couple minutes explaining why you should play one of the world's most realistic Slavic simulators. You can either play as the Chad Russian Gopnik or the Virgin PMC, lost to the zone and trying to escape it. Hence the name.
I'm gonna say the N-word.
Fuck. No.
Most of the time you'll be playing as PMC, as scavs can only be played once every 20 minutes after your last scav run.
Grenade.
PMCs have whatever you throw at them, and scavs have random shit for free. Now that you've chosen the colors you'll likely die in, you've got to pick a map to play in. There's a couple options and they're all crazy confusing. For now, just go to factory or customs. When you know the game a bit more, you can branch out a bit to places like reserve and the others. Once you enter, you'll probably walk around a bit, wonder what the fuck is going on, and then die. Don't worry, that's everyone's first experience, unless you have friends.
What should I put on the green screen?
Put me in the Bahamas, man.
I'm about to bust.
I couldn't imagine suffering the level of anger I do playing this game if I didn't have my friends to play it with. My first game consisted of becoming a paraplegic by getting shot in both legs and then walking all the way to the exit. Speaking of, you're in the map you've chosen for a set amount of time, and you'll have to leave before the timer runs out and you lose your character. The exits in the game aren't clearly marked anywhere, and some of them can be way too confusing for a new player to understand.
Why? What?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
indicates this?
You're gonna need to bust out a map online or look up YouTube videos for exit locations. In the map, there's various points of interest you'll have to find out for yourself. But what matters is that you learn them fast. Knowing the maps you frequent like the back of your hand is what separates the wheat from the... whatever the opposite of wheat is. I don't know, gluten? Either way, once you know the maps you like, you can have much better runs and begin to experience the real game. Cause Tarkov at the start is a survival game with a side of getting shot because you existed for too long. But once you played for a while, things will change and you'll begin to realize the true and beautiful nature of this experience you've potentially paid $140 US for. Tarkov is about making money.
Yes!
That is it. Enter a map, run to the best loot locations, and get the fuck out faster than it takes for the scavs to spawn. Why do you make money? To make your piece of shit gun slightly less shit. By making it look like something straight out of a Bubba Guns thread from K, by using the dealers and the flea market. The glorious market where you sell the shit you find and buy some pricey ass bullets. You absolutely need to learn how to make money in Tarkov. My favorite loot map personally is Interchange. Sure, other maps offer good options, but they don't provide the variety of choices that Interchange has. If you want guns and gear, you go to Reserve. Woods is for dying without an explanation,
Fucking me
I died.
again.
and Labs is to get killed via walls.
I died instantly.
Enter as an almost gearless man with a backpack, sprint to Tech Light, find the graphics cards and leave. You can also run to Interchange and nothing but 1,000,000 rubles worth of armor and attachments, calmly loot Ollie with almost no consequences and leave as well. The difference between these two aspects is how much money you leave with, how long it takes you, and the risks of dying. People almost always compete over getting to Tech Light, which can spawn graphics cards, but I've always encountered minimal resistance by safely making just as much on Ollie. These two playstyles exhibit the two defining approaches to success in Tarkov. General Sam, our benevolent lord and savior, coined the terms.
There are two types of Tarkov players, the Chads and the Rats.
Chads run into the fight guns blazing, and rats quietly loot all the corpses you've left behind. But this is surface level stuff in Tarkov. The lines of playstyle will blur as you get more knowledgeable of the game. It feels like there's 1,000,000 different little bites of information critical to your success. So many intertwining mechanics you need to fully understand before you can even hope to get an ounce of victory. When I entered the game, I was fortunate enough to be told the basics by a mate, but that was it. I still didn't know that Tarkov had such a chokehold over my sanity yet. Not even this video can explain the depth of the agony that you're in for. And that's like my whole shtick on YouTube. But that talk can come later. For now, let's talk about why you should even play this game. The simplest and easiest answer is simply that it's fun. I'm going to deep dive a little here, so please bear with me. Tarkov is what I would call the final evolution of the hardcore survival type genre. Back in the day where DayZ was a new thing and people were in love with this genre, the idea of running around a gargantuan-ass map just so you could spend 6 hours looting a fucking trash heap and then dying to a fresh spawn who found a shooter is what made DayZ so endearing. It wasn't killing dudes, it was survival. It was the grueling and unforgiving nature of losing something you put real effort into. But eventually, doing that shit gets old. There's only so many times you can finally get some amazing item and lose it to some glitch or a player you never saw coming like they're the damn Predator. And by damn Predator, I mean Hacker Man. The evolution of this shit show is PUBG. I bet you never expected that, huh? But I'm being serious here. In the same way that games like League of Legends and Dota condense the feeling of an MMO into a bite-sized 40-minute to an hour experience, providing relatively the same vibe and structure as going from level 1 to 400 bajillion and fighting the ultimate boss, your fucking guild leader. League or Dota offered shorter, more casual, but still high-octane and professional versions of that core experience. DayZ, in a similar way, was simplified into PUBG, a game that offered similar shooting mechanics without the busy work. But what if I said things could be better? Rather than an evolution like an MMO to a MOBA, or like DayZ to PUBG, what if there was instead a perfect fusion of PUBG and DayZ, becoming an entirely new game that is the best of both worlds? A game that was able to provide you with a solution to the shitty outcome of dying and losing everything by providing games where you struggle to survive, but also have the potential to gear up and come out looted as hell from just one pistol, where death isn't the end to your progress, and where the sneaky and methodical style of DayZ and the intensity of PUBG commingle into an actually fun and rewarding experience, where winning is an increase to your bank account, and where dying is an attack on your value as an enterprise. Rather than dying and starting over, or winning and re-queuing, you, as a shill or motor hobo, will learn the true and ultimate faith. Being poor means you have nothing to fear, and having lots means you have everything to lose. So what ultimately happens from comparing these three games is that Tarkov is the best, the pinnacle,
It bounced off you! Run! You fucking idiots!
and the epitome of the survival genre. But god fucking damn, I wish this shit was easier to understand. Listen here, you little kiddies. Tarkov is hard. Not in its gunplay, which it is. Not in its mechanics, which it is. And not in its fuck, fine. It's just hard. Tarkov is hard, okay? And I'm shit at it. I die over and over again.
How is he not dead?
And I never get any better. I'll never be like Shroud Summer, poning noobs and mildly chuckling at Internet Historian. Tarkov isn't about getting good. Tarkov is about exploitation. You need to exploit every single advantage you have access to in order to win. Simply hoping you'll get better will get you nowhere. There is way too much working against you that you just don't know about. The game simply won't tell you. Wake up to yourself, buy a shit bucket and start streaming because this shit might as well be work. So in my ultimate graciousness, I will briefly attempt to explain everything you need to get started. First off, fuck off every gun you've ever liked. A gun's damage is based off your ammo. Here's a chart. Does the bullet hurt and penetrate all of jack and shit? Yes? Then fuck it off. Does it fuck up a man's day so hard that you've just made them regret playing Tarkov after work instead of Barbie Dream House Party? Awesome. Use those rounds. The biggest mistake you'll see people making is assuming that the bullets you fire at least hurt people. I could go into depth, but better YouTubers have explained it, and I don't have all review to go into details. Basically, always know what your bullets are going to do. Understand their armor penetration values, or you might as well be firing blanks. Secondly, make sure you know where the exits are. No point in entering a map if you're not even sure you can leave. Thirdly, always level up your goddamn dealers. Fuck the flea market, do your quests. The flea market might look like an oasis, but it's a trap for hungry players. Attachments and armor are earned easier through your dealers. Plus, the quests they offer level you up faster than just playing the game. A new player's priority should always be shilling for your dealers like a gopnik with an addiction. Fourthly, don't be afraid to be a little bitch. People who are patient in this game will always win. Most of the deaths I have in Tarkov are because my enemies were more patient than I was, and not panicking. The gunplay in Tarkov is finicky to say the least. Firing 2 rounds that actually hit their target are more useful than mag dumping into a wall.
Fuck's sakes.
Fifthly is leg meta, a tactic you need to get used to. If you spot a chunky boy and you know your bullets simply won't hurt him, go for his legs. His legs are never armored, and when their HP value reaches 0, the damage done to them is going to spread to his other limbs, eventually either destroying the head or the thorax, resulting in a kill. Sixthly, buy an SSD, because this game fucking needs it with how long it takes you to load into a map.
There he is.
Seventhly,
Do that on the go.
grenades are way more powerful than you ever expected, and they're not even expensive.
Oh, fuck.
Finally, don't bother going to labs until you've watched like 10 different guides and are totally prepared to die every single time you go there. Labs is a bitch. It's the ultimate money farm and the ultimate dead zone. Not only do super scavs spawn there, but most players are at the very least geared to fuck like their name's Buck, and the final boss of video games will also typically frequent this place too. Hackers. Hackers in Tarkov are a drag on the fun. They aren't even subtle about it either. Recently, I searched for a video on the new update, and the fucking video is a stream of a hacker in labs. I can't tell if it's because of a lack of effort on the devs' part, or if the hackers are just way too numerous, but this shit is downright zoggin' stupid. And speaking of updates, there is so much wrong with Tarkov as a game and its execution. Hey guys, fourth wall breaking Flex here. I was just about to spend 5 minutes taking a fat dump on Tarkov, but over the course of making this video, I've been able to play the game more and understand it better. A lot of the issues I was going to complain about I instead realized weren't actually faults of the game. I had a string of bad games for a couple days whilst writing the Tarkov script, but after playing it more and understanding the game, I've realized that the things I was angry about honestly weren't detractors to the experience. It was me railing against the mechanics instead of working with them. I was going to criticize the performance, but then I upgraded to an i9, and now it's all better. Just don't run the game with an i5. You'll have a shit ton of a time.
Oh, my game is fucking wigging out.
From looking at the upcoming features section on the wiki, I totally understand the direction the game is going in, and I couldn't be happier. A lot of the gripes I had were clarified, like the addition of a tutorial. I want this review to age well, and if it doesn't, I'll make another. I'll continue to play Tarkov on and off after this. Maybe I'll even stream it. Either way, on with the review.
Oh, fuck, shit. God damn it.
I just pooed myself.
Tarkov is a game about good patches and bad patches. A string of good games will be ended by a slew of heartbreaking defeats.
Which one's the fucking scab?
There's another. Oh, this guy has a pod gun. I want this.
Help!
Oh shit.
Fucking. Oh, fuck.
Oh my god, I just got killed as well.
Performance and hackers aside, there's a lot to love, and I hope there's more to come.
Here we go, here we go. It's him! Ugh.
If you're wondering why I'm even reviewing Tarkov whilst it's in beta, I think that the moment you can pay a premium for a product, you open yourself to criticism. My experience with Tarkov was all over the place, and I think that this cluttered ass review reflects that greatly. But please keep in mind, your experience may be crazy different to mine. Watching YouTubers play this game has shown me that. So, don't take my word for it, get out there and watch more content on it first. I recommend this game. But not yet. Wait until it's had a good couple fixes, and, more importantly, wait until the boys want to play it too, because it is way more fun that way.
If you see
No,
it,
it was a.
There's an extra one of us here. There's an extra one of us here. There's 5 here. Fuck's sakes.
I'm Mr. Flex of the Funk, and thank you for watching this review. For guides and how-tos on the game, there are really only 3 choices: Pestily, Tweak, and Shroud. The others are good, but I only found myself visiting those people's videos once or twice when I needed them. I learned the most in the shortest amount of time from watching these 3 though. They all do quality content, better than mine. Thanks for watching. Before I get on to the next review, I'm gonna play some Risk of Rain. See you later.
Holy fuck, guys. General Sam liked my fucking comment. Oh my god. Daniel, he liked my comment.
Okay.
I'm sorry.